Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Saturday football review for round 17 of the NRL. We saw three games today. We saw the Titans defeat the Bulldogs 18 points to 14. We saw the Tigers come back against the Seagulls 34 points to 32. And we just saw the reigning, defending, back-to-back premiers, the Sydney Roosters, defeat the Canberra Raiders down there in Canberra 18 points to 6. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're at 635 subscribers, I believe. If you can hit that subscribe button, be much appreciated. If you're new, welcome to the channel, and yeah, welcome aboard. If you're new, if you're not, then you know what to expect from me. Just the same old Nick from Australia. Just wants to get into the review. So a little bit to talk about tonight. Couple of games there. One was controversial. One was a choke. And one was all about one player who only played 10 minutes. So let's go back to the first game. It was the Gold Coast 18, Canterbury 14. Now, this game was a fucking snooze fest. Now, I said it the other day, this is the battle of the bottom four. And safe to say, I got every single tip wrong today, which was very, very annoying. But this Bulldogs and Titans game was a very boring game, to be honest with you. Now, if you're following me on Instagram, I went off my head about this earlier. The no try to Luke Thompson in the first half. My God, that was a shocking decision, and it ended up costing the Bulldogs in the end because they lost the game by 4. Now, the double movement rule needs to be investigated, and the bunker needs to be looked at. Now, in my honest opinion, Luke Thompson runs, he hits the ground, and he scores. It was like he bounced off, and like he hit the ground, it was like a bounce, sort of. It was clearly momentum. And what happened? They went upstairs. I have no try. I'm going to check for double movement. And they claim that Luke Thompson was tackled. But what you got to understand, rugby league, or not rugby league, I sound like fucking Peter V'landys. Rugby league is not played in super slow motion. Play the game in real time and make a decision. This super slow motion shit is a fucking disgrace. Rugby league is not played in slow motion. They always slow it down, and it always looks bad. It always does. Whether it be a knock on, a double movement, an obstruction, a pass that goes forward or backwards, in a controversial moment of the game, whatever it may be, if you play it in super slow motion, it's going to look bad every time. You play the son of a bitch in real time, you make a decision, and you got on with it. But no, they had to look at it for about 10,000 times, and they just go over and over, slow motion, and in the end, it was a no try, and I just absolutely lost it because it was a fucking try for mine. Obviously, the big news in the Bulldogs-Titans game, Kieran Foran tore his pec, so that's obviously a massive blow for the Bulldogs. For mine, they won't win another game this year now. They're absolutely not going to win another game now, not without Kieran Foran. As for the Gold Coast, they played well. I thought they were a little bit lucky to win today. They won off a call that should have been a try, but it was disallowed. I'm not here to hate on the Titans or anything, but I'm just saying they were very lucky to win today, and the Luke Thompson try ended up being the difference. So I reckon the Bulldogs were a little bit robbed against the Titans. I was pretty pissed off with that decision, but you know what? Under the Gold Coast with another win, they won 2 in a row for the first time this year. Probably the last time they'll ever win 2 in a row, for all I know. The Gold Coast. How can you predict what they're going to do in the future? They're a you know, they have been a very disappointing club since they came into the competition. So all you Gold Coast Titans fans out there, I wouldn't be that happy with the win, but a win's a win. So let's move on. I'm going to give the Bulldogs' performance in this game a 5 out of 10. I'm going to give the Titans' performance a 5.5 out of 10. Both teams were shit. It was a boring game. I'm moving on to the next one now. My top 3 on ground before I get out of that game. Number 3, Kieran Foran. Number 2 is going to go to, oh, gee, it's tough. I'll go AJ Brimson. And number 1, my man of the match, will go to Jamal Fogarty. Let's move on to the next game. Tigers 34, Manly 32. My God. How did Manly fuck this one up? They literally threw this game in the bin. This was an absolute mess up and a half. Manly started the game well with Morgan Harper scoring, and then Jules Tafua scoring, and then who was the next try? Nofaluma hit back for the Tigers, and then Jajeski scored, and then Tavita Funa scored, and I think Manly led, what was it, 20-6 at halftime? Oh, 20-12 at halftime. Nofaluma scored before halftime. 20-12, and then Manly looked like they're going to go on with the job, and then from nowhere, Moses Mbai scored. I think it was 20-18. And then Manly ended up scoring through Jake Trbojevic. And then Adam Doueihi hit back with a try. And then who was the next one? Adam Doueihi. Then it was... Who was it next? It was Morgan Harper. Manly, I think they were up 32 to... What was the score? 32-18 or something. And then the Tigers come back. They scored 3 tries in the last 10 minutes to win that game. Well done, West Tigers. One of the best comebacks I've seen this year. As for Manly, I don't know what the hell. I don't know how they lost this game. It was one of those games where they were home, and then the Tigers got momentum at the right time in the game, and Manly couldn't stop them. And disappointing for the Seagulls because they should have won this game. And, you know, I thought Cherry Evans was all right, but when the game's on the line, you should be closing it out. And the young 5'8" for Manly, what's his name? It was only a young player. What's his name? Josh Shooter, I think his name is. He was good in the first half, but in the second half, he was absolutely clueless. But disappointing for the Seagulls to lose that game. They should have won that. As for the Tigers, great comeback. Yeah, it was good to see a good comeback, and well done to the West Tigers. I thought they played very well late in that second half. I thought Adam Doueihi and David Nofaluma were absolutely out of this world. They were brilliant tonight. I thought Nofaluma's 3 tries was special. Adam Doueihi with a match-winning try with 2 minutes to go was awesome. Well done to the Tigers. I'm going to give the Manly Seagulls performance here as 5.5 out of 10. They fucked it up. They should have won. I'm going to give the Tigers performance here a solid 7 out of 10 because great comeback, and I love saying good comebacks. My top 3 on ground for this one. Number 3, Jake Trbojevic. I thought he was terrific. Number 2, David Nofaluma. He was really good, scoring a hat-trick. And number 1, my man of the match, is going to go to Adam Doueihi. He was unbelievable in the centres, Adam Doueihi. I thought he was absolutely out of this world, and well done to the West Tigers. Let's move on to the last game. All the hype all week was about the one man, Sonny Bill Williams. I'm sick of hearing the hype. It's going to give me a fucking headache, I'm telling you. Anyway, the Roosters 18, the Raiders 6. The first half was awesome. I loved watching the first half. Good start for the Roosters there. Obviously, James Tedesco scoring the first try. He was absolutely out of this world tonight. And then a couple minutes later, and John Bateman scoring for the Raiders off a nice kick where he scored himself. And then crossfield kick there to the left side of Daniel Tupou for the Roosters. And then it was 10-6 at half time. And then I think the Roosters were up 12-6. And then it was a back and forth game for a while. Canberra lost Papali. And once I lost Papali, they were absolutely no chance. And then with 20 minutes to go, guess who? James Tedesco steps up when the game's on the line. Scores the try that pretty much gets the Roosters to win. And they go on to win the game. 18 points to 6. I thought Canberra were just a little bit lethargic in their attack. They went to the left side way too much. I barely saw Nick Kotrick even get a chance at scoring, playing in the right centre position. John Bateman had to come in and look for the ball at points of the game because they just couldn't get the ball. Their right side, they weren't going there. Every time George Williams would get the ball, he'd go back towards the left, and it was just confusing me. And Jack Whiten was very, very predictable on that left side. I thought he had a little bit of a quiet game. I don't think it was terrible, but I don't think it was brilliant. He was a little bit quiet. Once I lost Papali, that Canberra Raiders front, that middle was just absolutely exposed. The Roosters were having a field day down the middle. I mean, if Papali had came back, it would have been a great effort, but he looks like he might be out for a few weeks due to injury. But they were very weak in the middle when Papali went off the field, and that's disappointing. that's where you got to have depth, I think. But the Roosters' defense was really good tonight. I thought they played very well. Sonny Bill did come on the field. He come on at the 59th minute. I think he only played for about, what did he play for, 10, 15 minutes. Didn't play for long. Probably what we all expected. His first run at the game, he got pretty much crunched. But, you know, he held his own. Sonny Bill's first game since March, I think. So, you know, he handled it well. And, you know, he was pretty good. It wasn't great or anything, but he did a job. And the only negative I have with Sonny Bill coming back is when the Roosters get their full team fit and healthy come finals time, some of the young players are going to miss out just for Sonny Bill, which is going to fucking piss me off when it happens because I'm waiting for it to happen. One of the young players, maybe it'll be Nat Butcher, maybe it'll be Tupanui. I don't know who it will be, but maybe it'll be Freddie Lussick. I don't know, but one of the young Roosters players are going to miss out because of Sonny Bill, and when it happens, it's going to piss me off, and it's going to piss a lot of people off. So, what can I say? The Roosters, they just continue to find a way to win, and the Raiders, disappointing, I reckon, in the second half. First half, they were good, but second half, they kept making poor errors, and they were very weak in the middle without Papali, but they just couldn't crack the Roosters' defence, and it was a good win for the Roosters. My ratings for this game, I'm going to give the Canberra Raiders performance a 5 out of 10. Good first half, very off second half. As for the Roosters, I'm going to give them a solid 7.5 out of 10. Their defense was absolutely brilliant, and their attack was, you know, it wasn't the greatest, but they did what they had to do to come away with the win. My top three on ground for this one is, it's not easy to come up with a top three in this game because obviously James Tedesco and Josh Morris are probably a couple of standouts for the Chooks, but just having a look at some stats here, just trying to remember everything because there was 3 games today. It's hard to remember everything when you watch all 3 because, fuck me, you watch 3 games straight. It's not easy to remember everything. I might have to start taking notes when I'm watching the games, but yeah, I'm going to go number 3, CSCY Takiyaho. I thought he was terrific. Number 2, Josh Morris. And number 1, my man of the match, James Tedesco. I've been asked to do this. I got a message on Instagram. Can you please give Sonny Bill Williams a rating out of 10 for his game back? First game back in the NRL. I'm going to give Sonny Bill Williams a 5 out of 10. He wasn't great. He wasn't awful, but he was probably in between. Did what he had to do, and you know, 5 out of 10 is probably a bit fair for Sonny Bill. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up the Saturday football review. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate the support. What are we at? 13 minutes now, so I want to get out of it. What's it now? 9:38 p.m. So get this review up before 10. I'm getting out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great Sunday, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.